Barbara, we've all been told that this is a second honeymoon for your birth. What do you say about it?
Well, it really is the first. We didn't have one at all, you know. We were working when we were married and didn't get away. And then we wanted to come to England in 1939 on a honeymoon, but the war stopped. Bob went in the Navy, and that was the end of that.
When it comes to Hollywood romances, Barbara Stanwyck and Robert Taylor's love story rivals the plot of any classic film noir. Much like the ill-fated lovers in Casablanca, who found their relationship tested by circumstance, Stanwyck and Taylor faced their own set of challenges in the glittering world of 1930s Hollywood. In this video, we'll explore the depths of their relationship and uncover why, long after their separation, Barbara Stanwyck confessed that Robert Taylor was the love of her life. The rise of a Hollywood icon.
Well, they took away all my privileges, but there's one privilege they can't take away from me, you dirty little sneak. What are you?
Before her legendary romance with Robert Taylor, Barbara Stanwyck had already etched her name into the annals of Hollywood history. Born Ruby Catherine Stevens in 1907 in Brooklyn, New York, Stanwyck's early life was marked by tragedy. Orphaned at age 4, she and her brother were raised by their older sister, setting the stage for a life of resilience and determination. Stanwyck's journey to stardom began in the roaring 20s when she became a Ziegfeld girl, performing in various Broadway chorus lines. Her break came with the play The Noose in 1926, where she first adopted the stage name Barbara Stanwyck. Her powerful performance in Burlesque the following year cemented her status as a Broadway star. The transition to Hollywood came naturally for Stanwyck. Her first major film role in Frank Capra's Ladies of Leisure in 1930 showcased her raw talent and unique screen presence. Throughout the 30s, she delivered a string of memorable performances in films like Babyface and Stella Dallas, the latter earning her the first of 4 Academy Award nominations. Stanwyck's versatility as an actress was unparalleled. She excelled in melodramas, comedies, westerns, and film noir, earning her the nickname the greatest lady of the screen. Her portrayal of the femme fatale Phyllis Dietrichson in Billy Wilder's Double Indemnity is considered one of the greatest performances in film noir history. By the time she met Robert Taylor, Stanwyck was not just a star, but a force to be reckoned with in Hollywood. Her strength, independence, and undeniable talent had made her one of the highest paid actresses in the industry. It was against this backdrop of professional success that her personal life took a dramatic turn with the entrance of the dashing Robert Taylor. The beginning of a Hollywood romance.
Well, that doesn't tell me everything.
Doesn't seem to me like you got much to worry about right now.
Except what Jock would do if he knew we'd been seeing each other.
You're not sorry, are you?
No.
In the world of 1930s Hollywood, Barbara and Robert Taylor's paths crossed on the set of His Brother's Wife in 1936. Stanwyck, already an established star, found herself drawn to the younger, strikingly handsome Taylor. Their initial relationship was more of a mentorship, with Stanwyck guiding Taylor through the intricacies of Hollywood culture. She served as a support system and advisor to Taylor, who hailed from a small Nebraska town and was still finding his footing in the bustling film industry. As they spent more time together, their connection deepened beyond mere friendship. The couple began living together, which quickly became fodder for newspaper gossip columns. In an era when public image was tightly controlled by studios, their unconventional living arrangement raised eyebrows. But it was clear to those around them that something special was blossoming. Stanwyck, who had previously been married to Frank Fay, was initially hesitant to remarry. Her first marriage had ended painfully, leaving her wary of commitment. However, the chemistry between her and Taylor was undeniable. Their shared love for the outdoors and unpretentious demeanor created a strong foundation for their relationship. Taylor's physical beauty, often described as being at its peak during this time, certainly didn't hurt either. A marriage of convenience and love.
The night they married, he went back and stayed with his mother.
He hadn't told his mother that he was getting married, and he told Barbara that he had to go tell his mother before she found out, and he did not spend that night with Barbara. He spent the night not with his mother, but at his mother's house.
In 1939, Stanwyck and Taylor's relationship took a more official turn, though not entirely of their own volition. Metro-Goldwyn-Mayer, Taylor's studio, played a significant role in arranging the marriage. This practice was not uncommon in Hollywood's golden age, where studios exerted considerable control over their stars' personal lives. The catalyst for this push towards marriage was an exposé published in Photoplay magazine, which highlighted Hollywood's famous unmarried couples, including Stanwyck and Taylor. Fearing a potential scandal that could damage both stars' careers, MGM insisted that the couple marry as soon as possible. On May 13, 1939, Stanwyck and Taylor eloped to San Diego. In a touch of superstition or perhaps romance, they waited until midnight to exchange vows, avoiding the unlucky 13th. The newlyweds then drove back to Los Angeles immediately after the ceremony, as both were in the middle of filming new movies. The whirlwind wedding, while partially orchestrated by studio executives, marked the beginning of a significant chapter in both of their lives. Despite the somewhat forced nature of their nuptials, the couple seemed to genuinely care for each other. They purchased a large ranch in the Mandeville Canyon section of Brentwood, Los Angeles, which became known as the Old Robert Taylor Ranch long after they had moved on. Challenges and separation. While Stanwyck and Taylor's marriage began with promise, it faced challenges. The pressures of Hollywood, their careers, and personal differences began to take their toll. During World War II, Taylor enlisted and served as a flight instructor for 3 years. This separation created a strain on their relationship as they spent significant time apart. Upon Taylor's return, the couple struggled to reconnect. The demands of their careers often kept them busy, and the studio's insistence on public appearances and photo shoots to maintain their image as a happy couple added further stress to the relationship. Behind closed doors, the reality was far more complex. In 1950, tensions came to a head when Stanwyck confronted Taylor about rumors of his infidelity during filming of Quo Vadis in Italy. When she asked if he wanted a divorce, Taylor's affirmative response caught her off guard. Despite the pain this caused, Stanwyck agreed to the separation, perhaps in an attempt to save face or out of recognition that the relationship had fundamentally changed. The divorce was finalized in 1952, ending their 12-year marriage. While both went on to have other relationships, Stanwyck notably had a 4-year romance with Robert Wagner in the 50s, neither ever remarried. Enduring love.
Is he real or is he only a dream lover? This can happen to you, too.
Although their marriage ended, Stanwyck's feelings for Taylor never truly faded. In the years following their divorce, she spoke about him with a mixture of fondness and regret. In a 1981 interview with the New York Times, she reflected on the challenges of losing someone you love, whether through death or divorce. She acknowledged the difficulty of letting go when someone decides they want to be free, stating, quote, "There's nothing to battle for, you have to let go." Perhaps the most poignant testament to Stanwyck's enduring love for Taylor came near the end of his life. When Taylor was on his deathbed in 1969, his second wife, Ursula Thies, invited Stanwyck to visit him in the hospital. The gesture speaks volumes about the respect and understanding that existed between all parties involved. Stanwyck's attendance at Taylor's funeral, where she was seen weeping openly, was a rare display of vulnerability for the typically composed actress. According to those close to her, including her friend and Big Valley co-star Linda Evans, Stanwyck often referred to Taylor as the love of her life. This sentiment persisted despite the years that had passed since their divorce and the relationship they had both had with others. Stanwyck kept photographs of Taylor until the day she died, a touching tribute to a love that never truly faded. Now it's time to hear from you. Have you ever experienced a love that endured separation or challenges? Let us know in the comments section below.